Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're diving into TeraWulf,
Oh,
ticker symbol WULF.
interesting.
This company is making waves at the intersection of crypto AI and sustainability.
Right.
They closed at $5.01 on January 30th, 2025. That's a jump of almost 6%.
Wow.
But this stock has been on a bit of a roller coaster.
For sure.
So let's break it down with someone who can help us connect the dots.
Well, what I find really interesting about TeraWulf is they're trying to balance two very different worlds.
Okay.
On the one hand, they're still heavily involved in Bitcoin mining, which can be incredibly volatile.
Right.
But on the other hand, they're making a serious push into the AI and high-performance computing space.
How so?
Through a strategic partnership with Core42.
Oh, wow.
They're leasing over 100 megawatts of data infrastructure.
So essentially,
Yeah.
positioning themselves to benefit from the explosive growth of AI.
Exactly. It's all about diversification, creating a more stable revenue stream.
Okay.
The AI sector is booming, and TeraWulf is cleverly positioning itself to benefit from that growth.
So they're trying to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, you could say that.
Ride the crypto wave while also building a foundation in a more predictable market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the question is, can they pull it off?
Right.
And how will investors react to this hybrid approach?
Yeah, good point.
Remember just a day before that, nearly 6% jump? Their stock dipped over 2.5%.
Oh, really?
When Bitcoin fell below $90,500, their December performance was strong.
How so?
They mined 158 Bitcoins and boosted their self-mining capacity by 94%.
Wow.
But they're still very much tied to Bitcoin's performance.
Interesting.
Even a pro-cryptocurrency executive order from the president-elect,
Oh, wow.
which boosted their shares by 9%.
Okay.
It highlights how sensitive they are to the crypto market sentiment.
So it seems like they're walking a tightrope, trying to appeal to investors who are excited about the future of AI and data centers.
Right.
But they can't escape the fact that their core business is still deeply rooted in the unpredictable world of crypto.
That's the dilemma.
Yeah.
And it's what makes TeraWulf such an interesting case study for investors.
Definitely.
How much weight do you put on the potential of their AI venture versus the risk associated with their exposure to Bitcoin?
That's a tough call.
It is.
And to make things even more interesting, they've thrown another factor into the mix.
What's that?
Sustainability.
Right.
They're making a big deal about using over 90% zero carbon energy for their operations.
Yeah. That's a huge selling point for a growing number of investors who prioritize ESG factors,
ESG.
environmental, social, and governance.
Okay.
It aligns with the rising importance of ESG investing.
I see.
And could attract a whole new category of investors who are looking for companies that are not just profitable, but also responsible and forward-thinking.
So it's not just about the technology or the financial performance, but also about their impact on the planet.
Exactly.
Are they really leaders in this space, or is it more of a marketing tactic?
That's a great question,
Yeah.
and it's one that investors need to consider carefully.
Okay.
How does their approach to sustainability compare to their competitors?
Right.
What are the specific initiatives they've implemented?
Yeah.
Are they truly walking the walk, or is it just greenwashing?
Uh-huh.
These are all things that require further investigation.
So we've got this fascinating mix of factors at play.
Definitely.
The transition to AI, the lingering influence of Bitcoin, and the emphasis on sustainability.
Right.
Where do we go from here?
Well, that's where we need to dive into the technical analysis.
Okay, I'm ready to break it down for us.
All right.
What are the charts telling us about TeraWulf's potential?
Let's see. Well, if we look at the short-term indicators, like the 5-day simple moving average and the 10-day exponential moving average,
All right.
WULF is currently trading below both. This suggests some potential bearish pressure in the near future.
Meaning?
Yeah, the stock price might continue to decline.
So short-term things might be a little shaky.
Yeah, it could be.
But what about the long-term outlook?
Right.
Are there any signs of hope for those who believe in TeraWulf's potential?
Well, here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
While those short-term indicators are flashing warning signs,
Mm-hmm.
the 200-day simple moving average tells a different story.
Okay.
WULF is still trading above this key level.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
It's often seen as a positive sign for the long term.
I see.
It suggests that despite the recent dips,
Right.
the stock might be on a generally upward trajectory.
Okay, so a mixed bag so far.
Yeah,
Anything else we should be paying attention to in the technical analysis?
absolutely.
Okay.
Let's look at the Relative Strength Index, or RSI,
Okay.
and the Commodity Channel Index, or CCI.
Okay.
Both of these indicators are currently flashing oversold signals.
Now, for those of us who aren't professional chart readers, what does oversold actually mean?
It means that the stock might have dropped too far too fast.
Okay.
It could be poised for a bounce back.
Interesting.
However,
Yeah.
and this is a big however, it's not a guarantee.
So we're seeing some short-term weakness,
Mm-hmm.
some long-term potential, and hints of a possible rebound.
Exactly.
It sounds like TeraWulf is definitely one to watch,
Yes.
but it's not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not.
Uh-huh.
And remember, this is just a snapshot in time.
Right.
Things can change very quickly in the stock market, especially in a sector as dynamic as this one.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
TeraWulf's transition to AI, their continued connection to Bitcoin, their commitment to sustainability, and what the technical indicators are telling us.
Right.
What are the key takeaways for our listeners who are trying to decide whether TeraWulf deserves a spot in your portfolio?
TeraWulf is at a fascinating crossroads.
Yep.
They're attempting to transition to a potentially more stable business model by expanding into AI and high-performance computing.
Right.
This move is timely given the booming AI sector,
Okay.
but they are still deeply connected to the often unpredictable crypto market,
Yeah,
which adds a layer of risk.
it does.
Their focus on sustainability could be a major draw for a growing segment of investors who care about more than just profits.
Yeah, for sure.
However, the technical indicators are giving us mixed signals.
Right. Short-term weakness, but some glimmers of hope for the long term, and maybe even a bounce back in the cards.
It's possible.
So knowing all of this, how should investors approach TeraWulf? Where do we go from here?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And that's where our listeners come in.
Okay.
We've laid out the facts, explored the different angles, but ultimately you have to weigh the potential rewards against the risks.
I love that you're throwing the ball right back into our court.
Uh-huh.
So let's get a conversation going.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Knowing what we've discussed about TeraWulf, this blend of cutting-edge technology, the inherent volatility of crypto, and their commitment to sustainability, how much weight would you place on that sustainability factor when considering their investment potential? Is it enough to outweigh the risks associated with crypto's unpredictable nature?
It's a classic risk-reward dilemma, and there's no easy answer.
Right.
It really comes down to your personal investment philosophy and risk tolerance.
Some investors might see that sustainability angle as a major selling point,
Yeah.
believing that TeraWulf is ahead of the curve and that their commitment to green energy will pay off in the long run.
Absolutely.
They might be willing to accept the crypto volatility as part of the package deal.
For sure.
It's almost like a bet on the future, right?
Yeah.
Believing that sustainability will become such a crucial factor
Right.
that it will eventually smooth out those crypto-induced fluctuations.
Exactly. It's a bet on the convergence of these trends.
But other investors might be more cautious.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They might see the crypto volatility as too big of a gamble,
Right.
something that could undermine even the most well-intentioned sustainability efforts. For them, the risk might simply be too high.
It could be.
So what you're saying is there's no right or wrong answer here.
That's right.
It all comes down to individual investors doing their homework,
Yes.
carefully weighing the pros and cons and deciding what level of risk they're comfortable with.
Exactly.
That's what makes investing so fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
It's not just about numbers.
Right.
It's about understanding the bigger picture before zip play and making calculated decisions based on your own assessment of the situation.
For sure.
And TeraWulf definitely presents a compelling case study.
Definitely it does.
We've got this exciting intersection of technology, sustainability, and yes, even a bit of a gamble with the crypto tie-in.
It's a mix.
It is.
And that's what we're here for, to provide you with the information and insights you need to make those decisions.
Right.
Remember, knowledge is power, especially in the world of investing.
Well said. I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
TeraWulf, ticker symbol WULF, is definitely a company to keep on your radar.
It is.
Whether you see them as a risky bet or a forward-thinking innovator, there's no denying that they're making waves in the market.
They are, for sure.
We've covered a lot today.
Yeah, a lot to think about with TeraWulf.
Ticker symbol WULF.
Definitely a company pushing boundaries.
With their move into AI and high-performance computing.
Right, but still tied to that Bitcoin volatility.
And, of course, that commitment to sustainability.
Absolutely. That adds another layer for investors.
It makes you really weigh those options.
It does. It's a fascinating case study.
For sure.
Shows how important research is.
Yeah, and knowing how much risk you can handle.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
one final thought for our listeners.
Okay, shoot.
TeraWulf's story is still being written.
Right. It's all unfolding.
So much depends on the growth of the AI market.
For sure. And Bitcoin stability, too.
And don't forget the continued interest in ESG investing.
Right? All those pieces matter.
It could be a big win, but it's not a sure thing.
Exactly. Got to be prepared for anything.
So do your homework,
Absolutely.
stay informed,
Stay up to date.
and make sure TeraWulf fits your investment strategy.
Make sure it aligns with your goals.
We hope you've gotten a better understanding of TeraWulf today
I hope so.
and all the things that could impact their future.
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah,
But remember,
yeah,
knowledge is power.
especially when it comes to investing.
Couldn't agree more.
Make sure you subscribe to Investing Talk podcast.
So you don't miss an episode.
And if you enjoyed today's show, tell a friend.
Spread the word. Thanks for listening.
And until next time, happy investing.